Following is a class from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-Lila, Volume 8, Chapter 20, Text 245 through 253, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 16th, 1966, in New York.
अवतार है कृष्ण सर्वविध प्रकार, पुरुषावतार एक, लीलावतार आठ, गुणावतार और मन्नांतर अवतार, जुगावतार और सप्तावेश अवतार. Now, we have been discussing about incarnations. These incarnations are concerned so far the maintenance of the material world is required. In the spiritual world, there is no incarnation. There is a permanent situation of the spiritual planets, and in different planets, Krsna has different expansions under different symbolic representation, and they are different in name. There is no change. But in the material world, when we speak of incarnation, that is in relationship with this material world. For the material world, these incarnations are expanded. And what are they? First the purusa-avatar, then lila-avatar, then guna-avatar, 3, then mannantara-avatar, 4, then juga-avatar, 5, and then saptavesh-avatar. So, these incarnations are manifested at different times according to the need. And just like in the Bhagavad Gita it is stated, Jada jadahi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abdutthana adharmasya tadatmanam srijamaham. There is a system in the process of this material world. There is a system, just like for maintenance of your state, United States, there is a system of government, and there is an aim. Just like your government does not like that there should be no communistic persons, and you write that we trust in God. It is better to trust in God. We have got a system. Similarly, the maintenance of the whole material world, there is a system. It is not blind. Foolish creatures, they think that everything has come out of nothing and it is being managed by nature. No. Behind nature there is God. In the Bhagavad Gita I have learned, Mayadhakkena pragiti svati sacharacharam. Under my superintendence, the material nature is working. Material nature is not blind. Just like foolish person, because he cannot see President Johnson and the governmental personalities, they think it is going on. Nobody is there behind these governments, and it is going on. So, similarly, persons who have no knowledge in the affairs of this material world, they think that this material nature is working, and automatically by magic the sun is coming out, the moon is coming out, and the season is changing, and everything is going on just like magic, and we are the master of everything. Never think, these foolish persons never think that they are not masters, they are servant of the material nature. So, that is their foolishness. Therefore, when there is too much foolishness So there is need of avatar, incarnation, to correct. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati. Whenever there is, discrepancies in the maintenance of law and order of this material nature, there is need of avatar, incarnation. Because it is God's kingdom. It is also secondary kingdom, real kingdom in the spiritual world. So, God comes in different avatars. And when the material world is created, the first avatar is purusa-avataras. The Mahavishnu, Garbhodaya, they create. And then lila-avataras. Lila-avataras, under some particular circumstances, to save some particular devotee or to display some particular feature, just like Lord Rama incarnate. He is lila-avatar. Then guna-avatar. So for maintenance of this material world, there are different kinds of modes of nature, and to control those modes of nature, there are avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Lila-avatar. Then Manvantara-avatar, the changes, the millenniums, that Manna-avatar. And then Juga-avatar. Juga-avatar in each and every Juga, just like this Kali-Juga. This is called Kali-Juga. In the Kali-Yuga, the incarnation is Lord Chaitanya. It is stated in the Cc-Madhya-Lila. There is a chapter, Navajogendra. 9 great mystics met one very powerful king, and they explained, each and every one of them, they explained about spiritual things. And there was a transcendentalist amongst them, amongst the 9 personalities. There was one whose name was Chamas Muni. The Chamas Muni said, that is explained in the Cc-Madhya-Bhagavatam, when he was asked by Videha, Maharaj, King Videha, so what is the avatar of this Kali-Yuga, special? Then he mentioned, Krsna varnam tisha Krsna shangapanga saparpadam jaggaim sankirtanai prayi jajanti hi sumedasa. Now, in this age of Kali Yuga, there will be avatar, incarnation, who is Krsna. But his color of the body is not black. That is Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya was very fair complexion, nice looking. The Krishna Varnam Tisha, by complexion he is not Krishna, but he is Krishna. So Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna and Sangapangasta Parsadam, and is associated by his confidential, devotees. You will find Lord Chaitanya always crowded by his devotees, always. His dancing mode, you have seen the picture. Special associates that Advaita, Gadadhar, Nityananda. So, that incarnation, who is Krishna, but his color, his complexion is not black, but he is associated with devotees. And the process of worshipping that incarnation is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. So, in this Yuga, in this Kali Yuga, the incarnation is Lord Chaitanya, and the process of worship is the sound vibration. That is mentioned. In every avatar, every incarnation, just like Lord Buddha, his name is also mentioned. And there will be another incarnation, Kalki, that is also mentioned. So they are mentioned, the Yuga and Saptavesh avatar. Saptavesh avatar, all avatar, their mission is to preach the message of God. Avatar has no other business. the message of God. Sattavas-avataras, this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is also considered Sattavas-avataras. It is an incarnation of sound. Incarnation of sound. It is described by Lord Chaitanya that Kali Kale Nam Rupe Avatar. In this Kali Yuga, in this age, this incarnation of name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, to give facility to the conditioned soul. They cannot do anything. It is very difficult to perform any other religious rituals. This, the best. Anywhere, everywhere, you can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sattva Shakti. Shakti, this word is used, Shakti. And from Shakti, that energy, Sattavas-avataras. So, this name is also Sattavas-avataras. बाल्य पौवन रहा विग्रह धर्म एतरूपी लीला करें ब्रजेंद्रनंद. And when Krishna personally comes, he can be seen in two features, Balya Pauvanda, his childhood and boyhood, up to 16 years. That is the real feature of Krishna, Kishore. And further features, there is expansion of Krishna, Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sadhuni. अनंत अवतार कृष्ण नाहिक गणन शाखा चंद्र नायकरी दिग्दर्शन अवतार जसंख्या हरे सत्य निधि द्विजा तथा अभिदासीन कुल्या सरसस्सु सहस्रश. Now he is concluding about the topics of incarnation, that there are innumerable incarnations of Krishna. Nobody can count. He is giving the example, just like nobody can count how many waves are flowing in the river or in the ocean. Similarly, it is impossible to count how many incarnations are there. प्रथमे करे कृष्ण पुरुषावतार सहित पुरुषाय तुल्य प्रकार. Now, the first avatar, first incarnation is the purusa-avatar. He divides himself into three. This is stated in the Visnu Purana. Vishnustu trini rupani purusakhan natho vidhu ekantu mahatasrastu dvitiya tadanda sanskritam tritiyam sarvabhutastam tani gyatva vimuchyate. Tani gyatva vimuchyate. Now in the Bhagavad Gita, we have read that janma karmam me dibbam jo janati tattva taptadeham punarjanma naiti mameti kaunteya. Anyone who understands about the appearance and disappearance of God or His incarnation, simply by understanding this, one is liberated. And that person who understands, after quitting this material body, no more he comes here, but he goes back to Godhead to become one of His associates. Such persons who knows about the incarnations, they are not impersonalists. Therefore, they do not merge in the impersonal Brahma feature, but they go to the different spiritual planets. So, Vishnustu Trini Rupani, that Vishnu, for the creation of this material world, takes into three forms, Trini Rupani. Vishnustu Trini Rupani Purusakha Annatho Vidu. And all of them are known as purusa-avataras. Mahavishnu, purusa-avatar, Garbhodakshai Visnu, purusa-avatar, and Kshirodakshai Visnu, purusa-avatar. They are called purusa-avatar. Ekantu Mahatasristu, the first purusa-avatar, which is called Mahavishnu, he creates the material ingredients, which is called Mahatpat. Everything requires ingredients. So, original ingredients, what is called subtle ingredients, they were created first by this Mahavishnu. Then, from the ingredients, universes were produced. And each universe, Ekantu Mahata Dvitiya Tad Anna Sanskrit. The first Purusa-avatar, Mahavishnu, creates the ingredients, and the second Mahavishnu enters in each and every universe. He is called Dvitiya. And Tritiya Sarvabhutastham, and the third, he enters into the body of all living entities. Paramatma, or the Super Soul. This is the division of three first incarnation. Ananta Shakti Madhya Krsna तीन शक्ति प्रधान इच्छा शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति, ज्ञान शक्ति now. Now Krishna has immense potencies which are divided into three. What is that? Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Ichha Shakti means his potency, whatever he wishes, that can be done. Ichha. Kriya Shakti. Then activity, Kriya Shakti. And Jnana Shakti, knowledge. Knowledge. In the Vedic literature, it is said, Parasya Shakti Vivudhaiva Shyate Savhabhiki Jnana Balakriyacha. Savhabhiki Jnana Balakriyacha. Just like one potency is working, producing flowers. Producing flower. We are seeing that a flower is being produced automatically. So nicely painted, so nicely colored. But because we are fools, therefore we think it is being produced automatically. No. It is produced by the Kriya Shakti, by the active potency of God. Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. And there is such perfect knowledge that nobody can see any defect. You see a butterfly, how it is nicely painted. You just see the duplicate in both the wings, just like an artist paint nicely. It is painted. So we think it is coming out of nothing. This is our foolishness. Here it is. That is coming out of the Jnana Shakti. But his Jnana is so wide that simply by his desire, simply by his will, it can be executed. These are the things to be studied. Because we cannot see something before our eyes, that does not mean that there is no existence. There is existence. But we do not know how one is working. How one is working. Savhabhiki Jnana Balakriyacha. Savhabhiki Jnana Balakriyacha. Just like you see the physiological, anatomical condition of your body. Now, how this body is produced, how nicely. That every mechanical arrangement, the pipes and just like a big factory and big office, the brain is the office and stomach is the factory, and it is creating energy, it is coming to the heart, and another place there is a soap factory, sometimes in some place it is being some part of the manufacture is finished, another In this way it is going on. But it is coming out a small pea. How it is developing. In everything you can see. You take a seed, how it develops a great tree. How much potential is there? The Savabhiki Jnana Balakya. Everything is being done. I do not know. I claim it is my body. But I do not know how even a hair is growing. I do not know. How it is replaced. I cut in the morning and the next day I see again there is. So these things are going on. Savabhiki-jnana Balakya. We have to study God's activity in this way. There are so many things, nature study. Those who are intelligent, they can see that these things are working. What is that? Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. The three potencies of God, Krsna, is working. Ichha Shakti Pradhan Krsna, Ichha Sarva Karta, Jnana Shakti Pradhan Vasudeva Padishta. Now out of these three different potencies, then Krishna expands himself also to conduct or to control or to act on these three potential powers. The Ichha Shakti, willing potency, that is being controlled by Krishna himself. And Jnana Shakti, that is being controlled by his expansion, which is known as Vasudeva. Ichha Jnana Vina Naha Srijan. Without desire and without knowledge, nothing can be created. Nothing. Suppose we are manufacturing so many things. Now the manufacturer is first of all thinking, willing, that this sort of thing, if we manufacture, it will be very nicely sold in the market. That is Ichha. Then he acts on it. That is called Jnana Shakti. Without jnana, without willing, nothing is produced. So whenever you find something produced, you must know behind that production there is that will, the supreme will, the supreme knowledge. This is study. Ichha Shakti, Ichha Jnana Vina Naha Srijan, Teen Shakti Meli Prapancha Rachon. This Ichha Shakti, this potential of will, supreme will, and the potential of supreme hand, and the potential of supreme knowledge, these three things are conducting all affairs in this material world. Kriya Shakti Pradhan Sankarshan Balaram Prakita Srishti Karen Nirmo. And the potential activity that is being done by the expansion of Sankarshan, either in this material world or in this spiritual world. So, Parasa Shakti Divivasya, in this way, Lord is working in so many ways, and because we have no knowledge, we think that there is no brain behind it, there is no knowledge behind it, everything is coming out automatically, and we are the master of everything. That is called illusion. So, by Krishna consciousness, he will be free from this illusion, and he will know how God is working by his different potential powers. Thank you.